All right. Welcome, everyone. Made it to another one of my streaming episodes. Excuse me if I look like I'm sweating like crazy. Decided to sneak a session in just before our live stream. And you know what? I'm pretty proud of myself. It looked like I was going to be pretty thoroughly mid-pack after qualifying. I believe I qualified 7th. We had a good tight race, lots of mid-pack battles, and it looks like I am on the podium for the second split. So my goal here is I want to be on the first split, but podiuming the second split, I'll take it. Anyway, I got into all that a little too quickly. Hey everybody, my name is Matt Murphy. I'm Matt Murphy2 on iRacing. This podcast or streaming session is brought to you by RacersHQ.com. Encourage everybody to check out Racers HQ. They've got a great website with lots of resources, and Jake's doing a great job with the podcast. A lot of awesome guests. So what we're going to do today is hop into another MX5 Cup session at about 7 o'clock. But until then, we'll go ahead and join some practice, analyze some laps, hopefully learn something, and maybe have a bit of lively discussion. The fun thing is about the VR setup is you guys can just take over the chat whenever you want. So I won't be around to really moderate it, and no telling what'll happen. So let's see, have at it. So since I just did this race, and apparently we haven't turned on the air conditioner yet here at the house, let's just take a quick look at some of these stats. So again, I am in the second split, so this split is based on the strength of field versus my iRating. And, you know, first or second split is kind of where you want to be. There's so much competition in the MX5 Cup. I think there were 70 some odd racers registered for this session, so it's cool to see that we're in the top, I don't know, 10%, 20% of that group. Let's see, how do we do in the race? Like I said, there were a lot of rowdy incidents right at the end. I got out of there with just 2 incidents, and I believe those were just tiny off tracks. We did have several wrecks in front of me. I was able to dodge a lot of them, and I think maybe after years of lemons racing, you get pretty good at traffic management. It didn't happen in the last streaming session, but I feel like in general I'm pretty good at that stuff. So let's see, my fastest lap was a 1:48. You can see there were a lot faster people behind me, and the winner, pretty quick guy. Took a nice bump to the old iRating here, 55, so I'll take that, and keeping that Class B solidly acceptable there with a little bit of bump. So yeah, good race. Sorry you guys couldn't see it. Well, let's hop back into the simulator here and kind of see how we're doing. We'll go ahead and I like to go ahead and get registered for the next race. You see there's 15 people registered now, but that's going to change rapidly as we all hop back into the session. So I'll go ahead and get registered for that. And that will give me the opportunity to hop into some official practice, which we will do here in just a moment. So I think the first thing I want to do, though, I mean, we just got a bunch of fresh lap times in, so let's go to the iSpeed Lap Analyzer. I'm curious to know what you guys are using. Feel free to comment. I know the VRS is pretty popular, so I like iSpeed. I like VRS. I do both. We definitely need to use all the tools available. I have yet to pay for the VRS system, but I have paid for this iSpeed lap analyzer. It's nice. It quiets some of the ads, and the guy did a great job on it. He doesn't charge too much. It's well worth it. Support your fellow iRacer. Alright, so what we're going to do here is load up some lap data. So I'm in there browsing, and all of this lap data is stored in the cloud. Some of it's stored locally, but they synchronize all this for you. And they also store everybody else's lap data. So if you see here, we pulled up the Okayama Full with the MX5. It tends to automatically detect that. Type your driver name in here and pull down one of these. So I'm just going to double click on that, and you'll see that has loaded my time there. Now, then what we want to do is load the second lap, and for that what I'm going to do is delete my name from the driver search query eventually. Just while we're waiting on that, we'll check this chat room. So rowdy in the chat room, you guys. Alright, let's see. And give a big shout out to my buddy Joel. He reached out to me after the last live stream and said he enjoyed this lap analysis part. So, wow, look at this alien. So my best lap was a 147, and this cat did a 141. So probably a lot to learn from his approach. Alright, so we've got Okayama Full up here. I'm in the light blue, and then this gentleman here, Tobias Sersney, just crushing me, 6 seconds faster. If we were in a race, that guy would easily lap me. So here's what's cool about this application. We can really go through turn by turn and understand where we can get faster. So let's see, turn 1, you can see that I'm just not carrying enough speed. So this top line here is the dark blue one is Tobias's line, or I'm sorry, speed trace I should say. You can see he carries a lot more speed through this corner. It looks like if we zoom in a bit, the green line I believe, we'll just verify that by turning it off. Yep. So he is staying outside on that corner quite a bit, probably using all the curb, hits the apex and then tracks out, whereas I'm trying to get set up for the next corner. I'm not using all the track, so that's a pretty classic noob move there. If we take a look at the gear selection, brake, throttle, let's see, Tobias is getting on the throttle a little bit later than I am. So I'm getting on the throttle a little too early, and that can be a problem, and I'm trying to fix that. I really want to wait till you get through the apex. Then you can see our speed traces are fairly similar. Moving on to this next corner, I struggle with this corner quite a bit. Tobias is getting back on the throttle earlier out of that corner, which is nice. And this corner is just a bit of a kiss and to the left, but it's tricky. I feel like it's a later apex than what it seems to be. I'm using a little bit of brake here to get the car to rotate. He is not. Let's check out the throttle trace right there. He's just easing off the throttle. Man, it's like he's tried this a few times. So he's just barely easing off the throttle, and later, I'm sorry, he's doing a full lift. I'm lying. I'm looking at the wrong line. He's doing a full lift. I'm easing off the throttle. That's my problem. So instead of braking, he's doing a violent lift to try to shift that weight forward to get the grip for the corner. We'll see what gear he's in. I'm going to go ahead and stay in. I think that's going to be 4th gear through there. Alright, so later on the gas in the first corner, take a better line. Not a whole lot in that second corner. I think we're doing okay there. Then we come down to this violent braking zone. And if you look at that, this guy is getting hard on the brakes. I feel like I'm getting hard on the brakes. Maybe I need to adjust my pedals or something, but man, just getting hard on the brakes. And then here's where I lose all my time. he gets hard on the brakes and he gets off the brakes. I think I'm trail braking too much. It looks like he's trail braking towards the corner entry, probably just getting the car turned a bit there. Then he's off the brake, and what's he doing with the throttle there? We both get back on the throttle in a similar spot, so that's a tough one. You're getting on the throttle pretty early, and then it's a long run around this carousel here. So, and again, you'll look, he's using all of the track. I'm using just the inside part of the track. So, looks like a theme going on here. We've got to use the whole track. Don't try to cut it too short. And then, let's see where else we're losing a lot of time. Again, just carrying a little bit more speed. Now he's going on the inside line here, and just carrying a little bit more speed through everything. It looks like he had a better time braking early and hard and coming off those brakes, where it looks like I'm braking early and soft and giving it too much brake at the end. So I'm really screwing up my line and my braking force application. Man, I could really use just a good infusion of talent. This might be my least favorite thing about this application, is getting everything recentered, but we'll see if we can pull that off here in a second. Okay, moving on. And then, again, we see the same brake force application on this next corner. See if I zoom in a whole lot. And zoom back out. Okay, here we go. So this is this crazy corner. I want to try to learn from the pros. Usually slam it down into second here. So let's check out his gear selection. Yeah, we're spot on our gear selection, really. Looks like he's shifting a little bit earlier than I am. Sometimes that can give you some nice traction out of the corner. You're not spinning your wheels too much, so that could be helpful as well. But I think we probably better leave it at that, right? Let's see. Well, here's another one. This could probably yield me a second or two. This crazy guy tapping on the brakes, leaving it in fourth through the final corner. So that is easy enough to execute. I could have sworn we needed to go down to 3. Let's check the throttle trace. He is... Okay, so see, he's giving it a nice full lift, but a little bit later, and coming back on very aggressively. It looks like I tried to kiss the throttle a bit here. So I really think that's a good start on the lap analysis. I mean, like anything, you can't really remember too many data points. So what we're going to do here are, let's call it 3 things. We're going to use all the track. We're going to track out, especially corner 1. And let's call this 3, 4. And then we are going to keep it in fourth. Try to lift a little bit later on that last corner. So, hope that helps everybody out. I'm going to minimize that. And we'll go and do some practice with our new found information by a guy doing a 141. Jeez, man. Best ever for me was a 147. People in our split probably doing a 146. We might be in the top split with this next race that we do at 7, because we had a little bump in our iRating. And here we go. So, pretty exciting stuff in the VR world. I don't know if anybody saw the announcement. The new Oculus Rift S is out. So they released 2 standalone headsets, but recently announced, I should say announced, not released, they announced the Oculus Rift S. It's a minor improvement to what the the normal Oculus is. It should be out, I want to say they said the spring, which is nowish, but knowing release dates, it'll be closer to summer. It's an enticing price tag, $399. Maybe somebody needs to sponsor us and make sure we like it. Alright, so I'm going to go into VR here and do some practice and try to apply some of the lessons learned. Got 39 people registered for the race. Got our nice Racers HQ livery on the car. We'll see that in some of the replays. Big thanks to Jake for putting that together. It looks real slick. Looks kind of like
last lap was
Renault
incomplete.
or something. So here we go. Looks like here's where we need to track out a lot, right? Okay, so nice smooth corner there, but here we go. Alright, so here's where we're going to use a little bit more track. Alright, came down to the apex. Got a pretty aggressive braking zone there. Sure enough, you can see my lap analyzer above me here. I had it green there for a second, which means that's the best I've ever taken that corner. So it works. Try to roll some speed through here. I don't want to get on that gas a little too early there. But
car on the right. Clear.
Alright, a little aggressive action from the Red Bull car here. Alright, so this is our other lesson learned. We are not going to shift into third, and I don't know how to help driving this track. Now that I don't shift into third, I've lost all muscle memory, so we will try this again. Alright.
1 minute, 57.6 seconds.
Car on the right. Clear. Go left.
Too much aggression there. Too much brake. What do we say? Our alien was just doing a hard lift. Seems pretty alien to me, but here we go. Okay. So again, we'll see if we can't get a full purple session out of this. We're going to get a purple section. Check this out. Oh, if I can hang on to it. Stay out here. Yeah, look at that. By just staying out on the outside of the track and using the whole track, I'm going to get a 10th, which is huge. In autocross, at least. Anybody doing any autocross this weekend? Roll through the corner, be patient. Set up for this next corner. Downhill, losing some traction there on the downhill. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, gets the ball. Okay. Since we're in practice, I'm going to guess we've got some damage on that front right, so we will try that again. But look at that purple sector, man. It's tough to get a purple sector after you've been driving a track for a long time. Kind of hit a plateau. I don't know if anybody else experienced that in their racing skills, but I know I tend to hit a plateau before I learn another trick. And alright, just man, gotta talk myself into not flipping the throttle mid-corner because I think I'm going too slow. I mean, so enticing, you feel so boring just rolling through a corner. Oh, I did it again, see? I got too greedy. Should've just held on to the corner, let roll through. Alright. So aside from the Racers HQ podcast, what are you guys listening to? Any good podcasts to help build your skills? I mean, the obvious one for me is Ross Bentley's Speed Secrets. I mean, that guy's got some great interviews, some great guests, some great products too. I mean, his track walkthroughs are just so valuable. I mean, I rarely buy that type of content off the internet, but if you're about to spend thousands of dollars, oh crap, I shifted into third. If you're about to spend thousands of dollars going to a track, you might as well spend, I don't know, what is it, 50 bucks on one of his track walkthroughs. I mean, that guy's a legend. So check out Ross Bentley's Speed Secrets.
2.4 seconds.
The guy is a national treasure. Did it again, look at that. I'm flipping the throttle a little bit, not thinking.
Slow car ahead.
It's tough to try to, you know,
Go right.
entertain this massive audience with my jibber jabber and drive at the same time, but I'm willing to accept the challenge. The crowds must be pleased. Heavy brake, off the brake, roll through the corner. Didn't hit the apex that time, but still good comparative corner there if we're looking at the predictive lap timer. I can't say how much a predictive lap timer is important in all cars, really. I mean, all race cars. If you don't have one, I highly recommend you get one. Rumble Strip Pro is a great, solid product. I've got one for sale. I'm not trying to hawk it on you guys. I'm just saying. Okay, heavy lift. Oh man, okay, so maybe he is braking. I need to go back and look at that. Okay, we're gonna figure out that last corner again. That's embarrassing. So let's see. I'm gonna hop out of this for just a second. Just minimize it, let my car sit there. Maybe somebody can smash into it. And pull up my iSpeed analyzer. How's the old dashboard going here? Okay, okay. And let's see, iSpeed analyzer. So, what is this crazy madman doing in the last corner? And we can see here that the madman is indeed. Okay, so we are going to zoom in on this corner because that's all we care about. How about that, okay? We've had some success on the other corners. We got a purple sector, battling it out, and here we go. Let's go through this step by step. So we have similar speeds coming into the corner, and we can even highlight the whole dang thing. Similar speeds coming through the corner. I'm losing 0.6 in this section. We've got this nice lost time calculator here. Look at that, 0.6. So he's coming a lot further out. He is, in fact, let's see here. Trying to get a good focus on this, and so we can see how he's taking this entire corner. So he's even staying further out here. I like to clip the heck out of that corner, but I think he's just hanging out. Probably doesn't upset the car on that curb. He is hanging way out to the outside. And he's, let's see here. So he's then just carrying that arc, right? I mean, what I'm trying to do is take this terrible line that doesn't use the whole track. But what he's able to do by staying further out, he's able to just keep an arc going here. So how fast is, let's see. So again, he's not having to slow down. Okay, so he is kissing the brakes, so I can't pretend like we're not going to kiss the brakes. He's going to wait a little bit longer, to about the same point where I'm going to try to turn in. He's got more steering angle in at this point. He's just maintaining a pretty steady steering angle, whereas mine increases rapidly. So he's got a fairly steady steering angle, and he's just going to kiss the brakes and make that thing turn.
Right side, clear.
Apparently somebody just ruined me, so let's see here. Hop back into iRacing. Get out of the sim. Hit my reset button here. Alright. Back to that analysis. That was embarrassing. Okay. Alright, so staying on the throttle right up until this turn-in point, you can see right as he lifts, he smashes the brakes, hangs onto it for a second, gets the car to rotate, then comes back on the gas a little bit later than I do. He's got a lot more steering angle into it at this point, and then starts to ease it out more than I do. So, alright, a little bit of brake, hang on fourth gear. I'm going to minimize this. Our race is starting any minute. We'll go ahead and put in a little bit more practice, see if we can address that. We've got 82 cars registered for the race. That's awesome. I love
Last lap was incomplete.
participation. I love everybody's participation in this awesome iRacing stream. It's so humbling to have 4 entire views for my last stream. Maybe we can bounce it up to 5 for this one. Things are gonna get crazy. I'm probably gonna need to get a bigger house to store all my money. This is gonna be wild. Okay, here we go. Oh, staying on the outside here. I think not sure what I did wrong there, but it wasn't perfect. Again, hanging out on the outside here, you get to hang on to your line. Alright, I bet I look pretty funny driving this silly car. What, with my Michael Jordan look here. Yeah, got that all wrong. Alright, so it looks like our race is about to happen. I say we hang out. There's a little bit of practice at the beginning of every race. So we're going to go ahead and take this last corner. It's giving us so much hell. And see if we can pull this off. So, aggressive brake, weight on the gas. I don't know why that's faster. It doesn't look any faster to me, but okay. I still don't know how to drive. Alright. I might just have to stick with my going down to third like a noob. Because at least I get to have some torque out of that corner. Alright. Now that's just going to pop us right into the race. Here we come. It's been a real treat. Things are about to get crazy. Gonna do a little quali lap. Hopefully get into the 146s. That would be a dream. If I can do a 147, I'll be okay. Probably mid-pack. Let's see where we end up. So on the quali laps, I'm sure everybody's done these. You have to do 2 perfect laps. No offs, which shouldn't be difficult. I know the track. You just can't take as many risks. Oh wait, this is still practice, so I don't usually join practice. We've got 1 more minute left, so let's see who we're running against. We could possibly view some other drivers here. I'm way up here at the top for some reason. That's not going to last long. Decent ping and quality. Who are we up against? We're up against some guys. We got a guy from New England, Canada, Hispanoamerica, Iberia. Usually race with some of those guys in the morning. Maybe it's morning there. I don't know how to tell time. We have got ourselves a 10-lap race, 8-minute quali. Give you plenty of time to do your qualifying session. Maybe we'll do some tire warm-up or something. 17 incident limit. All pretty standard stuff here. Alright. So, practice is ending. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of participation in practice. There goes somebody. It's cute. Cute livery. Alright.
Lap type, qualify. Last lap was incomplete.
I'm wondering what you guys are using for your sim rigs from a seat standpoint. I feel like I've got a pretty cool seat. I got a Momo Start off eBay. I thought I could use it in my race car for reals, but it was aged out. So then I bought a generic frame off eBay, put it all together. The frame doesn't really fit together well, and it's a multi-piece design that leaves a lot to be desired in the braking stability. So sometimes in heavy braking zones you'll hear a big creak, and it's almost like my seat frame is bending in half. I think I'll stick some 2x4s on it and try to add some stability that way. You guys won't be able to see it. But man, you really have to have a stable platform. I mean, unless you've got a Miata in real life, your brake pedals aren't just going to bend away from you under heavy braking. That doesn't really make sense. So it doesn't help when you're battling in a sim. Alright. Here comes this darn corner.
Green flag, green flag.
Okay, so I didn't get an off track there, which was nice. I was real close. I kissed the dirt.
Here comes your timed lap.
1 minute,
Okay,
52.8 seconds.
I'm gonna use all the track there. Now, see, not the best time, but you gotta learn how to drive the car correctly. It's tough when you try to pick up some of these tricks and they don't apply immediately, and you have to realize that the guys that are driving 6 seconds faster than you are a lot better in a lot of ways, including probably just general car stability and car control, so you may not be able to apply all of their tricks to your existing skill set. So just realize where your strengths are. I find that some of the crazy braking zones and things are a little detrimental in a real race, because that braking zone's gonna back up quite a bit with the concertina effect, and you're not going to be able to pull off those same crazy late braking moves. Well, just for the fun of it, we'll go ahead and go down to third this time and see if we can get a decent lap time. Yeah, that's a lot closer to my normal speed there, so...
One more lap.
Lap worse by 1.1 seconds. 1 minute, 48.3 seconds.
A 148, kind of rough there, so... Man, we just need to wait on the throttle a little bit longer. But we're getting some good consistency. Alright. Late hard brake. Oh, I didn't get down to the apex. Oh, brutal. Okay. I think we will be starting closer to the back. That's fine. No one wants to watch really talented drivers on track anyway. Speaking of which, hope everybody got to see the first F1 race of the season. Pretty cool. I like old Valtteri Bottas with the evil Bottas, the beard and whatnot. He was on one, man. I mean, I'm a huge Lewis Hamilton fan, but that guy's got to get beaten every once in a while, and love to see another Mercedes driver do it. Ooh, just about lost it there. That would have been stupid. Oh, trying that fourth gear thing again, man, real brutal. I'm gonna come later on the apex or something. Not happening.
Lap worse by 1.4 seconds.
149.
1 minute.
There's the flag, it's over.
Like I said, don't try new tricks when it's go time. Or as, you know, TLC would say, don't go chasing waterfalls, right? You gotta stick to the rivers and the lakes and stuff. Alright, where'd my keyboard go? It's a lovely little keyboard. Hope you guys like it. A little Logitech for the media rooms and whatnot. It's great when you don't want to have to find your mouse and your keyboard. Alright, let's see here. How are we doing on qualifying? So, it looks like my peers are not as impressive either this time. No 146s. So, my solid 148.3 has got us into 4th on the grid so far. Check out my massive chat room experience here. I'm sure that everybody's clapping. Look at that. So many congratulations. Here's another feature of the iSpeed system. So this is the live running product. This is what's talking to me in the background. I believe you can even stream this to any other device on your network by just connecting to a little lightweight web server on your gaming rig. So you could have a second screen with a tablet or something to that effect. Alright, so back to racing. Still 4th on grid, so that could be pretty handy. Good ping and quality. And we got a little bit slower competition this time. Sometimes you can't tell if they just had a mess of a qualifying or just didn't qualify. A lot of times you'll see people that pop in at the end, they're real fast and they try to blaze through the field. Those guys you got to watch out for. Here's some cardboard cutouts in the stands. Some of these guys are more interesting than others. It's funny, they'll pop some models in there that
laps remaining
are real
11.
detailed.
Lap type, race.
Alright, let's get gridded up so we can just party with these guys.
Normally people say I'm just here for safety rating, but in my case I'm just here to give away iRating, so, you know, you're welcome.
chances are I'll probably be giving some of that rating back, so, you know, we'll go with that.
Let's see what we've got.
Oh my gosh, 2 Pepsi cars. 6, you and I are the same car. There's going to be trouble now. If someone starts mouthing up about bad Pepsi cars, they're talking about you because you got a lot more names than I do.
It's almost like a Pepsi challenge, right?
Yeah, exactly. Is there a Coke car in here?
Well, guys, thanks again for checking out this
Well, we got
live
Monster,
stream.
that's close enough. And Jaeger, so we got the bombs.
There we go.
That's pretty funny, guys, I gotta be honest. Good luck.
Good luck, everyone. Have fun.
Green, green, green. 10 laps to go. Keep digging.
Alright, short shifted there to get some grip. I think I spun out a little too much. We got to the right of me here. Oh, that was terrible. Why did I downshift a second? I'm an idiot. Get a little nerves sometimes starting up a race here. This guy wants to come in.
Car on the left.
On the inside, you know.
Hold your line.
I can let him.
Clear.
I can tease him. I tease him. Okay, here we go. If you guys are bored tomorrow night down I-44 Speedway here in Oklahoma, there is a awesome event going on. I believe it's called the Turnpike Challenge. It's going to include
Car on the
some
right.
pretty awesome racers. I think
Stay on the
Bell
left.
might even make an appearance. Chris Bell is awesome.
Stay on the left.
It's from Norman. Hey, this guy got a great...
Hold your line. Clear on the right.
toe out of that. So we'll let him by. Try to catch back up. A left foot brakey here. Woo.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Oh, he's in
Sorry
the
about
right
that,
side.
I'm sure it was my fault.
Okay,
Stay on the
so
left. Clear on the right.
That's a mistake I make every once in a while. I
Right side.
try to keep into the left foot brake,
Clear.
but
Right side.
need to have that clutch pedal ready
Clear
to
on the
go.
right.
to
I
get
will be
bogged down.
pitting in.
Car on the right.
Brutal.
Clear on the right. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Be careful. Car
That
on the
was
left.
busy.
2 wide.
Alright, so I got a little fender bender
Slow
in
car
that
ahead.
3 wide
Go left.
section.
Go left.
A little embarrassing. I don't know if pushing somebody down the track is the fastest.
I'm pretty sure
Way
I
to do
didn't
that.
hold my line and hit somebody and
1
caused
minute,
the 4X.
5.8 seconds.
Fourth,
You're in
third.
9.
Use the whole track.
And you know what they say, it's funny until somebody loses an iRating.
I really was more worried about the SR.
Alright, so we're going to come down to second here, I believe. Nope, third. Hang out on the outside here. Well, yeah, I just about got sandwiched. Glad I
I spent so much time getting myself to A499 focusing on SR that I was killing my iRating all the time. So starting last week, I'm going straight up for iRating now. I don't care about my safety.
I'm going for just the opposite. I'm heading for the A license now.
I gotta be honest, I'm doing the opposite. I need the safety rating.
There's a middle ground. I had an A. I'm down to a B.
Yeah, my secret to getting up to my A was just don't qualify, start at the back.
I gotta be honest, I'm very happy with a set of D's personally.
Yeah, I mean, D's are great.
Laps remaining. Lap worse by 2.9 seconds. 1 minute, 47.7 seconds.
Yeah, I should say if you're not going to drive the car in the license class, if you're not going to drive an A car, you don't need it.
So this is pretty fun. I mean, when you see a couple cars battling in front of you, you hope they don't get in any kind of wreck or anything, but I mean, it definitely slows them down, just as long as it doesn't slow you down. Okay, I'm going to take a non-optimal line.
Car on the left.
I'm annoyed that Mr. Red Bull has 4x'd me twice in
Clear on the left.
I gotta be honest, the Pepsi car behind me is an excellent racer. Give me a run for my money.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Gotta watch it with this Pepsi car. He is pretty aggressive under braking. Oh, so I gotta know his style and realize that he could really just about park the car on track and be ready for that, which means not only do I need to give him room under braking, but I also need to be ready to drop down to a lower gear in case he bogs me down. Which makes driving a little challenging.
Steady on there, Daniel.
Laps remaining.
Not seeing a whole lot of people
7.
behind me, which is nice. Makes
Lap
me a little
course
less
by
nervous.
1.8 seconds. 1 minute,
Oh, I felt like that was a
49.0
good trail break.
seconds.
Let's see. Yep. Look closer to the pack here. Just trying this with a lift instead of a brake. Get me up there. That wasn't bad. Okay. Man, it is a warm in this house. Alright. This is a pretty comfortable position for me. I mean, I'm a huge fan of a top 5 finish. Seems to be my MO. We can just stay consistent. Not make any silly mistakes. Might get a podium out of it. And we're having some fun, right? I'm sure that guy up in first is having a real boring time with all of his success. Again, this stream is brought to you by Racers HQ, a great resource for articles on driving, car setup. They've got a great podcast. Buddy Jake likes to bring on some pretty cool interviews.
Laps remaining. 6.
And
Lap worse by
has a
1.7
project
seconds.
car,
1 minute,
building a
48.3
bitchin' Camaro.
seconds.
I mean, that's a lot of street cred there. Looks like one of the old iRock things. Not something I would do, but you know, whatever. I'm actually got a lot of work to do on my race car. I've been building a Miata for NASA's Super Touring 5 class. I've been really struggling with power. I feel like I've got a good package put together, but really can't seem to make any numbers on the dyno. So luckily the guys at the MiataTurbo.com forum are so helpful, and I uploaded a whole lot of data to them, including my dyno charts and logs from my Mega Squirt and my existing Mega Squirt tune. And they were able to quickly identify that I must be a tooth off on my intake cam. Now, what's crazy about that is that means not only do I need to fix that, which should be fairly easy. Watched lots of videos on it now, I've obsessed over it. But then I'll need to retune the car, because when I took it down to Team MER in Crescent, Texas to tune it, they were tuning it based on a terrible motor with the incorrectly timed cam gear. So
I gotta be honest, guys, the top 5 is all separated by about 5 or 6 seconds. It's a tight race.
Car on the left.
By 1.2 seconds.
5 more laps, fella.
1 minute.
Clear on the left.
48.0 seconds. Laps remaining, 5.
So, as I was saying, sorry, things got a little dicey there. As I was saying, I'm going to have to figure out how to retune this car because there's not enough time between me fixing it and the next race up at Hallett. So, I'm taking a crash course on EFI and Mega Squirt ECU tuning. Bought a book, I've watched a lot of videos, even purchased some lessons. I'm going to figure this out. Now, the biggest challenge is that I don't have a dyno, so I'm going to have to go relatively safe with my numbers, my timing advance, and that won't be optimal horsepower for that race, but it should be a lot more horsepower than I've been producing. I need to produce 153 horsepower average, and I'm only producing about 115 right now, so anything would help. Put that in other context, our class is a 14-to-1 power to ratio. My Miata is 2,400 pounds, so that I can support the larger tires per the class rules. And
lap worse by 2.5
yeah, real
seconds.
sluggish.
1 minute, 49.1 seconds. Laps remaining, 4.
I think I am at a 20-to-1 power ratio. Looks like people are starting to make a few mistakes. I mean, how much fun is this? There are something like 100 cars registered for this event. We're hanging out in one of the top splits, all these talented drivers, lots of participation, and this happens all day long.
The big question is Anderson going to be able to hold on to first place, or is the number 8 car, Daniel Piasecki, going to be able to take the pole?
Left side.
Whoa! That
Still
was
left.
crazy deep braking into that. He gave it to
Clear
me
on the
though.
left.
Wow, weird. I feel like somebody just handed me that position. Can't believe I pulled it off. Maybe he thinks I'm a madman now. Goes for 4th place, guys. The fact that that didn't end up as a wreck is a true testament to these drivers. You never know, maybe he just got a call from his wife or something, he had to take it. Things can get silly like that when you're not actually in a race car. I don't usually have time to have a beer or anything with the Miatas, but I do enjoy the NASCAR truck races.
3.
Plenty of yellow flag time to
Get back in form.
49.2 seconds.
have a brew. You can tell everybody else is too, so nice fun community with those Camping World Series trucks, the fixed Class C. So maybe we'll do one of those live streams for the fun of it. Also plan on doing some Spec Racer Ford live streams. The frustrating thing about Spec Racer Ford is even though it's a nationally sanctioned SCCA virtual event now, there just isn't any participation. I mean, you can't just hop in a race like this on a Thursday night and have 100 drivers, that's for sure. A lot of time with those series, you have to pick a certain time of the week. Like I think it's Saturdays at 6 o'clock or something. And they make that obvious in the forum for that class that there is going to be a big race on this time every week. That way you can be guaranteed to have some participation. I mean, obviously you want participation to have good competition, but you also have to have a certain amount of participation for the race to even count. So if you're trying to get a license or increase your iRating or something like that, maybe this guy's just toying with me, trying to cool off his tires a bit, because all of a sudden he's right back on my tail. Maybe he did have to take a phone call. Alright, here we go.
2 laps to go.
2. Lap worse by 2.0 seconds. 1 minute, 48.9 seconds.
So I had no brake in there. It looks like he got a better run off the corner. The guy behind me. I did not brake into it, so I got a better run into it. Uh-oh, here comes the challenge.
Right side.
Man, brutal.
Just 0.5 of a second
Hold your
separates the first and second position. The tight race as we head into the
Keep your
final
left.
closing part of the race.
Clear on the right. Car on the right. Still left. Clear.
You can give him the old over-under here. That didn't work out. It would have been cute. Should have challenged for that a little bit more, but he gave that corner to me before. Let's see what we can do here. Last couple of the laps. Stay close to him. Get our position back. Okay, I got a much better run there. Okay.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I don't blame Pepsi. I mean, let me buy for a while, because that can get nerve-wracking when somebody's riding your tail for the
White
entire
flag.
race.
1 more lap to go.
But here we go. One last chance
Lap
to get
worse
that
by
4th place.
2.7 seconds. 1 minute, 49.6 seconds.
Use all the track. Ugh. Oof. Well, kids, a glorious top 5 finish for you. Assuming nothing goes horribly wrong here. Oh, a little squirrely under braking. Starting to lose some stability. Drift out to the outside here. We know this is the faster line. He just got a better run on me out of that corner last time. Alright. Here seems to be our favorite corner.
Car on the right. Keep to the left. Clear.
Did a good job of owning that corner there. Alright guys, looks like the RacersHQ.com MX5 coming into the end of the race here. It's been real. It's been good. It's been real good. Appreciate all the posts, comments, shares, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. Tell Jake over at Racers HQ how much you appreciate
Is there going to be a daring attempt at first on the final lap? Good race, guys. It was a great battle to watch back in third, I'll be honest.
Laps remaining, 0.
Yeah, great job, everybody, guys.
Lap worse by 2.5 seconds. 1 minute, 49.7
There's the checker
seconds.
flag.
Alright, let's check out a little bit of this replay here with the Racers
Just in
HQ.
case anybody's wondering, they still appear to be fighting out.
Man, let's see what we got going on here.
I gotta hand it to him though, Anderson, Daniel, you did a absolutely fantastic race.
Alright, let's back that up just a second and hop on the nose of our Oh, not the nose. That's boring. Rear chase. Look at that. RacersHQ.com. Alright, here we go. Let's watch the Pepsi Challenge here. We're gonna get shown how to drive. I'm probably looking in my mirrors too much. Probably being a little too courteous to Pepsi here. But yeah, check out RacersHQ.com. Click like, subscribe, comment. Even if you didn't catch the live stream, this will be up in an hour, and maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll learn not to let chumps just take you on the inside like that and over under you, huh? Maybe that'll be my goal by the end of this set of streaming sessions, is I just won't be a chump anymore. What are you doing there, buddy? Look at him. Oh, that was tough. Okay, well, we're going to exit out of the sim, do a little bit of analysis here, call it good. So, back into iRacing, continue. Oh, you guys can't hear me without my headset. All right. So, first thing I want to do is check out which split. Again, second split, oh well. Giant field. I feel good about that. It's a Thursday night. Big night for iRacing. So, second split out of about 100 teams works for me. Strength of field, a little bit less than my iRating. Now let's come down here and take a look at the event results. What do we have here? I'm this green car, Matt Murphy2. Started 4th, finished 5th. That's not quite ideal. Pretty slow average lap time. Must have got caught up in traffic there. A nice 147.711. So, man, another situation where if I was not a chump, I may have been able to pull off something magical, because the guys in front of me were not quite as fast. All right. Had oh, I apologize. There we go. One incident. What you got there? One incident. Nice clean racing. 18 points on my iRating. 8 points on my license. Pretty happy with this. Got these champ points here. There is a championship. You really need to get a good 3 races in a week and be successful to have a chance at that. We'll show some of that after we've got some races recorded. I think they take your best lap of 3, or maybe an average of your best 2. I'm sorry, best race, or an average of your best race on the champ points. So I might dig into those rules and talk about that a little bit more in the future. So, guys, I appreciate you checking us out. Again, check out RacersHQ.com for all your entertainment needs. I'm Matt Murphy, Matt Murphy2, M. Murphy, Mr. Mizzle on YouTube. Check me out. I think we're going to call it a night. So have a good one. See you next week. Same time, same channel.